Your thoughts shape your reality. Your mindset shapes your life. Welcome to the Mindset Talk.
Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really powerful idea. What if you had a hidden partner working for you 24/7 to shape your reality based on your deepest beliefs? I mean, just think about it. What if you could achieve more success, enjoy better health, and find deeper happiness, not by chasing after things, but just by changing what's going on inside your own head? That's the huge promise we're exploring today. So, let's get into it. You see, the central idea here is that the real solution for a better life, it isn't out there somewhere. It's already inside you. It's in a part of your mind you probably don't even think about most of the time. And this is our blueprint. It's taken right from our source text, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. And as you can see, it is a comprehensive guide. It covers everything from health and wealth to relationships and fear. It's basically a complete operating manual for your mind. This quote just nails the core message, doesn't it? It completely flips the script. You stop searching for some treasure out there and realize you're already sitting on it. The subconscious mind is framed as this incredible inner powerhouse, pretty much just waiting for you to give it instructions. I really love this slide because the analogy is just so clear. Think about your conscious mind. That's the captain of the ship. The captain's up on the bridge, making the big decisions, giving the orders. But your subconscious? Well, that's the huge, powerful crew down in the engine room. They don't ask questions, they don't argue, they just get to work and carry out the orders faithfully. And that's the crucial point right there. Your subconscious doesn't reason or argue with you. It just accepts whatever your conscious mind feeds it as the absolute truth. And then it gets to work making that truth your reality. It is a completely loyal servant, for better or for worse. So the question is, how do we use this incredible power? Well, let's start with So, how can this incredible power be put to use? The book kicks things off with one of our most basic human desires, the desire for good health and well-being. The whole argument here is that your mind is a primary tool for healing. The source material says the subconscious has this natural lifeward tendency, an innate drive towards health, towards wholeness. So the trick really is to just stop giving it orders that get in the way of that natural flow. And this breaks the process down perfectly. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's a very deliberate three-step technique. First, you've got to know exactly what you want, a crystal clear mental picture of perfect health. Second, you have to impress it. You have to feel it as if it's true right now. And third, you just let it go with faith, trusting that your engine room is already on the job. Okay, so we've talked about health. Now let's pivot to another area that takes up so much of our lives: our work, our finances, and our sense of achievement. Now, I know that's a pretty provocative statement, but the idea isn't framed as a right to be greedy. It's about a right to a full, happy, and abundant life. The perspective here is that always struggling or being in a state of lack is actually unnatural, and your subconscious can be your single greatest ally in achieving real prosperity. So the whole approach is to treat your subconscious like a business partner. You give it the goal, the what, and it goes to work behind the scenes on the how. The technique is to repeatedly visualize, and more importantly, feel the successful outcome as if it's already happened. The book claims this can bring you insights, new opportunities, and even scientific breakthroughs. All right, so we've touched on health and wealth, but what about our connections with other people? Well, it turns out these principles apply just as powerfully to our personal lives. Whether we're talking about your own inner happiness, the harmony in your marriage, or just your general ability to get along with folks, the starting point is always the same. It's your own mind. The principle here is that the outer world of your relationships is basically a mirror of your inner world of thoughts and feelings. And right here, this is the core technique in a nutshell. It's about consciously decreeing, basically deciding what you want to experience. You don't just hope for harmony, you mentally claim it, and, this is the crucial part, you feel it as your present reality. That's how you impress that command onto your subconscious. Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but, we all know it's not always that easy, right? There are things that get in the way. And the source material actually spends a lot of time talking about these inner obstacles. So what's the biggest obstacle of all? Yep, fear. The book describes it as a powerful, negative instruction that you're constantly giving your subconscious. In a way, it's like a prayer for the very thing you don't want. And because your subconscious doesn't judge, it just gets to work manifesting the thing you're terrified of. So the really crucial point here is that you have to clear out the old programming. To get rid of fear, the technique is to focus intensely on the opposite of your fear. So if you fear failure, you imagine success in vivid, glorious detail until the feeling of confidence literally pushes out the anxiety. And forgiveness, it's treated as a gift you give to yourself. The method involves imagining the person you resent, genuinely wishing them health and happiness, and then letting them go, which frees you from that negative mental anchor. And that really is the ultimate takeaway. This whole process isn't something you can just turn on and off. It's happening 24/7. Your subconscious is always working, always building your life based on whatever your dominant thoughts and feelings are. The message is simple. It's time to take your seat in the captain's chair and start giving the right orders.
So I'll just leave you with this question. Knowing that this powerful, creative force inside you is constantly listening, always waiting for its next command, what are you going to choose to tell it? Starting right now.